After winning the White House again and strengthening their hold on the Senate, the hard left assumed they would really have their way by now. And the odds of the leftist agenda being further advanced seem to increase in the wake of both the Newtown tragedy and the Boston Marathon bombing. As leftists immediately politicized both tragedies, they no doubt felt confident they could do what they do best: fit tragedies into a political context favorable to them. But it has not worked. If, as they say, trouble comes in threes, then radical Islam, guns, and abortion mean trouble for the left. The left stands terribly disappointed that the bombers were not the domestic right-wing nuts they so hoped for, that they couldn't even get a minimalist gun control bill through the Senate they control, and that they have to deal with the horrifying embarrassment related to their most precious issue, abortion on demand, in the trial of the unspeakably evil abortion butcher in Philadelphia. Add it all up, and the left is now back on its heels for the first time in quite a while. And this time, it's not about economics, it's about culture. Attempts by the left to minimize or explain away the proven radical Islamist background of the bomber brothers are well underway. They're trying to put Boston in the rearview mirror as quickly as possible as they try and sell us their usual high-minded sophistry. You have to understand the reasons for this are complex. These brothers had a lot of good in them. We can't blame Islam. There are many good Muslims, etc. At the same time, the president and his leftist cohorts are lurching about trying to explain away the president's stinging defeat on gun control. It seemed inconceivable to them that they'd trot out both Newtown parents and Gabby Giffords and still not come close to getting more banned guns, limits on magazines, enhanced background checks, or anything else. The president writes it off as the work of a tiny minority of lying extreme gun fanatics who intimidated U.S. senators. Really? Has it ever occurred to him that the reason the NRA has been so successful is that they actually represent the prevailing public sentiment? What a concept. It must also be terribly disappointing to see their mainstream media now essentially forced to cover the grisly trial of Kermit Gosnell, which they attempted to ignore until they were shamed into coverage by one of their own who acted with intellectual honesty, Kirsten Powers. The left is attempting a momentous cultural transformation in America by pressing gun control, gay marriage, immigration liberalization, and de facto normalization of relations with the Muslim world. This, on top of their single-minded protection of abortion at any cost, is an awful lot for a traditionally, culturally conservative nation to swallow. With some polls showing majority or near-majority support for loosening immigration laws, which could change after Boston, and gay marriage, despite pro-gay marriage forces having failed to win a single state referendum. The question is, to what degree we as a nation are prepared to accept the most leftist cultural vision ever advanced in America.